Hello, everybody. Sorry about technical difficulties tonight. You know, stuff happens. And I came in, I was all set up, and then no video. So the only way usually to get my video back, all the settings are up, there's just no video, is to restart the whole computer. So sorry about that, guys. All right, as you're coming on, say hello, please. Let me know who's coming on with me. My hair's doing weird things. And if you're over on Periscope, welcome. On YouTube, welcome. On Facebook, welcome. Replay viewers, I welcome you as well. And it's good to see you. Where's my chat? Oh, hold on. I think I have to adjust something. Shocking. Hold on. Where's my chat? Where did it go? Okay. Oh, that's me. That's me moving over. Chat. Let me see chat so I can see if I can see you guys. What? Oh, there we go. Hi, Ashley. Sorry, I didn't see your chat because the chat is in the middle of my face. So hold on a second. Hold on. Technical difficulties, you know. These apps are great until they don't work. All right. So where am I? Oh, I'm saying hello to everybody. Hello. Happy Friday night. Thank you for joining me an hour late. Actually, an hour and 11 minutes late. Tonight we're talking about raising a leader, or I should say, are you raising a leader or are you raising a follower? And we're going to talk about ways to raise a leader, not a follower, because, you know, as kids get older, you don't want your kids growing up to always think they just have to like kind of go along with the crowd, you know? Do what they do, you know, just be peaceful, just whatever anybody tells you, you're going to do because you're going to accommodate the whole world. The bad thing about that is that when they get to be teenagers, do you really want them following the crowd, or do you want them to be a leader and to take charge of their own being, know what's in their heart, know between right and wrong? I'm pretty sure that's the route you want to take. So for those of you that don't know me, I'm Celia. I'm a family empowerment coach, and I'm here to help you parents, fill you with tips and strategies and all kinds of great techniques so that you can turn around and empower your kids and really get your family to where you see your family being, get everybody on the same page and create lots of family harmony. So I am, a mommy of 5, 2 I gave birth to, 3 I gained through marriage, blended family. I have 7 grandchildren, and I'm blessed beyond compare. So let's get started. It's Friday night. Get a drink of water, get some coffee, get some tea, and let's get started creating leaders in this world. We need more leaders. Okay, so let me start with your childhood, not your childhood, your children's childhood. And this is what happens. So when your kids are little, they always want to kind of, you know, you have the ones that just are constantly independent, constantly rebelling. And then you have the ones that are so good and obedient. That was me. So good. And they did everything you said. And, you know, no matter what you said, they followed along. They didn't want to make waves or ripples. So here's the thing. When those kids get older and you have the one that speaks up for himself, that kind of, you know, just charges and fights you a little bit and wants to voice their opinion, honestly, those are the ones that are going to hold their ground when they get older and they become teenagers. When someone tries to get them to do something that they don't want to do or they know is not wrong, they know that is not right, they know it's wrong, they're the ones that are going to speak their mind. The quiet ones are the ones that are going to kind of be fearful of telling them what they think, and maybe they should just go along with it. So I know the difficult ones are the ones that speak out all the time and that really declare their independence, but That's not always a bad route. That's kind of a good person, a good character, a good personality to have that speak up and speak my mind kind of attitude. Okay, so let's talk about how you can encourage your kids to become leaders. What can you do as a parent to encourage them to be leaders? Number one, and guys, I'm not seeing comments, so if you're commenting, they're not feeding. If you're not commenting, then those comments that you're not commenting are not feeding. That's okay then. But I'd love to hear, you have questions, anything, feed them in. Periscope, you can comment. On the replay viewers, you can comment in Facebook, you can comment in YouTube, you can't comment in Periscope on the replay, but you can certainly share this out. And I would love for you all to share this out, because the more leaders that are really confident in themselves, the better. Okay, so number one, encourage your kids to be different. So let them explore their independence. Maybe they want to wear silly outfits to school. Maybe they want to wear things that don't match. Maybe they want to put something in their hair. Maybe they want to wear different shoes on each feet. Let them. Is it the end of the world they have two different shoes on? No. And it gives them a little independence and a little creativity, which is valued in life. So let them be different. Let them, when you're solving problems with the family, let them contribute. Let them come up with their own ideas. And then if they're valid ideas, put them into play. No greater way to give confidence to your kids than to value their opinions. And not only value them, put them into action. Now, while you're allowing for all this wonderful independence, there's various things you can do to have them contribute and have them feel like they are kind of in charge of themselves and they're not being ruled all the time. They're not being told what to do all the time. Schedules and routines, they're invaluable for kids. Kids thrive on them. So don't just be the one to say, okay, we're doing this, we're doing this, we're doing this, we're doing this. Sit down with your kids and let them help you. Even little kids can set up an evening routine. They know what to do. If you ask them, what do we do at night? Well, we take a bath, we brush our teeth, we put on our pajamas. Let them contribute. Let them feel like they're important in this family. They're not just an extra, they're a contributing member. And when you encourage them to contribute and you show them that, wow, that's a good idea, you give them respect. You give them the opportunity to realize that their opinion matters. They're valued in this family. So let them participate in all kinds of planning activities. Let them help you food shop. Let them help you cook meals. Let them help set up schedules. Allow them to offer their opinions and encourage them to offer their opinions. Next, you can do a lot of storytelling with kids. Ask them about their day. The more specific the question, the more specific answer you'll get. If they seem a little troubled by something that went on in their day, storytell with them. Let them, you start a line of the story and they start a line, and kind of work in what's going on that's troubling them into the story. And you can be like, well, if they were bullied or they saw someone being bullied, you can create a story around that. Well, how do you think they felt when this happened? And then they can add to that. And then they can ask you something. You can ask them something. It can go back and forth and build on what happened. And they'll see clearer, and they'll see where they could have helped or not helped, or where they could have avoided the situation or not avoided the situation. It will all build. Storytelling is a great way to really get to a child's feelings. I want you to be authentic about yourself. What if your child came home, and we're going to use bullying because that's what I brought up, and they saw someone being bullied? Do you have a story from when you were a child of when you were bullied or someone you know was bullied? Share that story. Let them know what happened. Let them offer opinions about that. Let them tell you what they think. Really start talking to your children like they have value to give, because you know what? They do. And when you give them that value, you give them confidence, you give them self-esteem, you give them self-worth and an incredible self-image. So keep talking to them, keep allowing them to contribute to the conversation, to your family, to plans. Let them have their speech. Okay. Show leadership yourself. Teach them. Teach them about what you do maybe in work or when you volunteer. How do you take the leadership role? Do you speak at places? What do you do? Do you manage a department at work where you manage a group of people? What does that entail? What requirements do you need? What skills do you need to manage a group of people? What are your work meetings like? What's it like just to lead your household? Sit down, go over budgets, go over what you need to plan every day. Everyone's schedule, getting kids off to school, getting you ready at night, cooking meals, planning meals. Let them know what it takes to lead a household. They have no idea. So talk to them about what you do, and you will be planting positive life skills into their brain so that when they grow up, they've got an idea of what to expect. They don't learn that in school anymore. You used to, not anymore. Go over money management. Teach them about budgeting. How do you have enough money to pay for the bills at home? Not to mention, you'll give them new insight on what it costs to live, to rent, to pay a mortgage, to pay electricity, to pay for TV, to pay for your cell phone, to pay water, sewage, food, supplies, dishes, couches, things like that. Go over so they actually realize the value of what they have and what they'll need to do one day to make enough money so that they can live in a comfortable place. Okay, reading. Reading is huge, guys. Read with your kids. Read with them. Read one page, you read one page, they read. Read aloud. They're never too old to read for you to read aloud. Encourage reading. Have regular reading times. And read about people that became hugely successful that started from nothing. Read the story about Colonel Sanders. It's an amazing story. His wife created the chicken recipe. They had a restaurant. A highway went through. The restaurant had to close at 65 years old. That man went out and decided that he should sell that chicken recipe to various restaurants. And that's what happened. And he started doing that. And you obviously know the ending. It created Kentucky Fried Chicken. And his face, his legitimate face, is the mascot of it. Talk about Sally Ride. She was an astronaut. Althea Gibson, a black tennis player that was in a very, white area, very white profession. That's what I was trying to think of. Caleb Maddox. He's right there right now, 17 years old. He made his first million at 16. He has Apex for Kids to teach your kids how to be entrepreneurs and how to take control of their lives. A great movie, The Pursuit of Happiness. Have you seen that movie? Watch it with your kids. Here's a man that went from nothing to owning a stock brokerage company. Reach out and discover the movies, and there are lots of movies about empowerment and, taking charge and no-quit attitudes. Look at the Itsy Bitsy Spider. You want something for your little ones? The Itsy Bitsy Spider. That guy was a no-quit spider. He was persistent. He was going up that water spout. He didn't care how many times he got washed out by the rain. He went right back up again. There are tons of stories like that. The little engine that could, all about persistence and keep going and get to your dream. Tons of stories like that for all ages. Read about it, share about them, and don't just play the little itsy bitsy spider. Play it and talk about it. What is so great about that guy? He is crazy persistent. Talk about all these stories, watch movies together, and talk about the movies. There are so many stories of being a person who just won't give up, being a person that has a vision and keeps going to reach that vision. That's how you plant leadership. Lastly, I want to talk about journaling, because journaling is such a valuable tool for everybody, kids, adults. You know, you don't need a fancy journal. You could buy a composition book for them and encourage them to write in it about their day. And the more they write, the more they'll probably dive deeper and deeper into that journal, and they'll treasure it. And sometimes they'll get upset with somebody and they won't want to talk to them. So encourage them to write in the journal, write a letter to that person. You don't have to mail it, you don't have to send it, but get all those feelings out and onto paper. That keeps you from keeping everything inside and then regretting not talking about it for 15 years. Journal, journal, journal. It is number one, a great way for writing and vocabulary development. It's great for reading. It's great for getting your feelings out and understanding more feelings and how you could deal with them. It is a great way to just be expressive without anyone else getting in your business. So journaling's another great tool. So that's what I have for you guys today. I hope you start encouraging your kids with these tips if you're not already, and maybe you are, and maybe you're busy creating that amazing leader. But really use these tools to get them thinking more and more about themselves, how they need to be, how they want to be, and really, also encourage what they love. Don't encourage what you think they should love. Encourage what they love. And you will create some amazing humans. All right, guys. So just a heads up, I want to let you know that if you need a little help in the parenting world, by all means, send me a message. We can talk. You just pick up a phone and have a little talk about what's going on, what you need to fix, and where you want to go with it all. Love to chat with you. Send me a private message. People on Periscope. If you're not friends with me on Facebook, by all means, friend me. Join the Pumped Up Parenting group on Facebook. Lots of stuff going on. And I'm currently running a 7-day peaceful parenting challenge. It is closed to more people right now, but I'll be running it again. So if you want to get in, you can also message me with that. In the meantime, guys, there's a lot going on in the parenting world. I've got a lot in the future. And by the end of the year, there'll be a book. There'll be a really special Black Friday launch, which I'm not getting into right now. I'll give you a heads up on that. But as always, guys, I'm grateful for you being here. I know your busy lives. I appreciate you taking a half hour out to spend it with me and to start being intentional with your parenting. I'm so grateful for that. I wish you days filled with peace, love, and tons of laughter. It really is the best medicine. And I'll see you here next Tuesday and Friday at, 9 o'clock for our live broadcasts. And if you're in the VIP group, the Very Intentional Parents, your special broadcast in that private group is at 9 o'clock on Mondays. In the meantime, guys, I'll see you here and around the web. Bye, everybody. Have a great night.